All right, let's get into the collective reading. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective during this time? During this time in which people may be undergoing suffering, what messages do you have for them? Ten of Cups reversed. 10 of Cups is the card of ultimate happiness, of ultimate emotional fulfillment, but it's reversed. It's saying that your happiness is from within, not from your external. And so if you're not feeling happy, there's something that needs to be looked at inside of you. For some of you, you need to do some some shadow work on your inner child and or like your upbringing. There's shadows around your upbringing, and shadows are programmings, and there needs to be some type of reflection on that so you can gain some clarity and perspective on how you operate today in your life. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Yes, insecurities are coming up during this time. Lots of insecurities around a lot of things. Money, emotions, family, friends, insecurities. So I'm getting that insecurities are manifesting or being triggered and reflected to you with your external reality. So that could be with like the people around you, your environment, situations that pop up. You're being triggered, and it's triggering the dissatisfaction you have within yourself, the things that your unhappiness is being triggered. And I am seeing that that's showing up on a wide range of of severity here. But something that Spirit wants me to note are the people who think that there's nothing wrong with their life or that they're not unhappy. There's a certain level of fooling yourself. There are things that you want, and I'm seeing that for some of you that is family. That is family, that is love, that is a more intimate, loving situation or connection. And you're kind of just fooling yourself into thinking that you have everything you want now. It's fine. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to change. There's nothing wrong with you or with your life. The Spirit's saying you're lying. You're lying to yourself, and you need to go within. You need to really dig deep here, because there are insecurities that you are masking. Death. It's time for change and transformation. It's time for cycles to end so that you can be reborn, rebirthed. Death is about new beginnings. Death is wanting to bring in a new beginning. But in order to do that, you really need to walk through this disgusting situation here. This painful, horrendous, like, just, what is that? Dead people, people crying, murky waters. You really need to walk through the thick of it, the thick of all that nasty crap you've just been burying and bottling, and let it out. Let it come up so you can really see it for what it is. And what it is that it's there. Okay, there's a call here for awareness and acknowledgement, and just and then allowing it to be. Maybe I get another clarifier. A clarifying card, please, to clarify this message. I will say there are a few of you who are very far along this journey, and you are in this stage already. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling emotional right now. There's a sense of like pride, like, I don't know if it's just spirit, or maybe I'm channeling your spirit guides. Maybe it's your family and friends. I'm just getting an overwhelming like sense of like, I'm so proud of you and you're doing great. And just like, there's like an acknowledgement of how far you've come, where you're going, and the affirmation that you are supported. Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's... I actually want to cry. And I'm getting chills. And yeah, I feel like a lot of you, this is a loved one who has passed on, and they want you to know this. They want you to know how much they support you and love you and have watched you grow on your journey. And to just keep going. For some of you who resonate with this, the phrase "keep fighting" came to me. Keep fighting. Okay, and then a message that I'm getting for this, I'm channeling that some of you are in a situation in which you can't get out of, really. You're kind of trapped. And it's like, it's not a fun situation to be in. But there is nowhere else you need to be. And the happiness or the relief or whatever you're seeking, that you're trying to escape the situation to find that, or you want to escape it, Spirit is saying you're not going to get it from outside the situation. You need to find it within the situation. There are things you're not seeing clearly. And I heard the word demonize. So you You could very well be demonizing, villainizing, blah, pointing the fingers at the people around you or your environment. But it's not them. They are playing a role. They or this environment situation, it's all playing a role to show you, to help you see and help you become aware of how you're holding yourself back, how you are the source of your unhappiness, and how you can be the source of your happiness. I know that's probably tough to hear. I'm getting that this is not a knockdown. I'm getting that I should emphasize that this is not a knockdown. It's actually meant as like an encouraging, motivational thing. Spirit's saying that this means that you have the power and you have the control that you thought or you think that you don't have. Oh, like you might not think you have autonomy over your happiness, but they're saying you do. And this is the way you will get it, by looking inward, by not pointing the finger outward. Because when it comes down to it, it's your insecurities that are plaguing you. Keyword yours. Your insecurity. It's nobody else's. And yeah, there's an emphasis on that. And so I'm getting the message ego death. Ego death doesn't mean your ego dies and you're an enlightened being. No, it just means rebirth. Your ego goes through rebirth. It dies so that it can come back and not be stuck in its old ways of, its old patterns and behavioral patterns, negative thought patterns, that kind of thing. I don't want to do that anymore. Let's go to this deck now. What advice do you have for the collective? Ooh, the Judge. Stop judging the process. It is hindering you, because if you see like the two hands, it's like, stop, come, start, stop, start, stop, start. It's, okay, first of all, it's saying that, yes, your life does feel like you make progress, and then it's like, you stop making progress, but then you start making progress and you stop. And it's like, it feels like a little bit like, almost like a roller coaster ride. Maybe not necessarily. Maybe it's not like a whole like loop-de-loop thing happening, but it's like, oh, okay, this is a better visual. You're hitting multiple red lights. So you're driving down the street, but then you keep hitting every red light. So you are making progress. You are getting to your destination, but it's like, why do I keep stopping? And so that's happening. And there's a lesson in that for us. It is meant to happen. We are going through these starts and stops. And that is okay. I got also the message though that judging that process is hindering you. So in order for this weird start and stop ride that we're on, in order for that to not feel so frustrating, is to stop judging it. Stop judging where you are, where you were, where you want to be. Yeah. It's paired with the 10 of Cups reversed. And I was talking about how this has a lot to do with people who are stuck in situations they don't want to be in. So this is definitely advice for those people especially. Don't judge where you're at. It might feel like you're trapped. It might feel like you're stuck. It might feel like you're lost and confused, and it's a frustrating situation all around, but it's really time to just observe. And a judge is constantly analyzing, right? So the message here is to not do that. Don't look at your situation and then deem it good or bad, or deem it like it's black or white, happy or unhappy. It just is. And so that's the message there. I'm sorry, I'm like distracted because people are messaging me right now. Okay, the Mystic. I got distracted again. More messages coming. Text messages. I mean, and I'm recording with my phone. The Mystic. Okay. Interesting. So that is paired with the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Yes. When you have finally accepted where you're at, you accept it, you're not judging it, you start seeing it for what it really is. Yeah, and the Mystic is the observer. Look at that eye. The Mystic is observing this unfolding that is happening. And that is the next step in this evolution here, where at first you're judging, but here Spirit's like, hey, stop judging for a moment and just watch. And so when you're in the watching mode, you see the story of your stories. You see it. You see how you've created these stories, these falsehoods, this illusion of how you got here, why you're here, and blah, blah, blah. All that stuff doesn't matter. All that stuff really doesn't matter. The past really doesn't matter. What matters is what's happening right now. And right now what's happening is you've created an entire world built on illusions or delusions, and it your world starts to crumble. But Spirit is saying, continue to observe, even when your world starts to crumble, even if shit is just breaking down and you're your mind, your ego wants to go, oh my God, what the fuck? Just continue watching the unfolding of this. Okay, last card, the Fault Line. Yeah. We want that breakthrough. We want that breakdown so that we can have a breakthrough. That is paired with the Death card, the Fault Line. Yeah, I mean, this is about suffering, right? Because that's what we were talking about earlier, and that's what I wanted this reading to be based around. This talks about necessary suffering. So we're getting rid of all the unnecessary suffering so that we can actually get to the necessary suffering. The necessary suffering, which is what's depicted here. You're walking through all the accumulation of your traumas, your past, your programmings. You're walking through it. That's the necessary suffering. The unnecessary suffering is what you are constantly creating and manifesting into the present, which is the stories we've been telling ourselves, and that we are aware of it, or we're becoming aware of it, or there are some of you who aren't actually aware of it, at least not all of it. So bottom card, Alethea, whatever. I don't actually read these cards by the description because I don't have the description booklet. So I just use my intuition. But this is about seeing the truth in the black and the white. There is truth in all aspects, all perspectives. And there's a general collective limitation on how we've been able to see truth, because we're not accepting the totality of what the truth is. We're only accepting what we want the truth to be. And in a higher perspective, everybody's perspective, everybody's truth, it's real, it's all true, and there is a perspective that holds everybody's truth. Okay, so what's the bottom card? Oh, Nine of Pentacles. This is such an abundant energy, and maybe we're not there yet physically, but this is something we can tap into right now, and that Spirit wants us to tap into right now. Spirit wants us to tap into the abundance that we have right now, and maybe you don't see it in your physical reality that you have any abundance. There's at least subtle, small, little things that there is to be grateful for. There is small things that you can shed or express gratitude towards, because that is an expression of abundance. These little things that's in your reality, but also energetically, this is already here. Your abundance. It's already here. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. And yeah. Good day, Felicity.